in Texas that it hardly ever does. It snowed, and not just like a little bit of snow, it's, a lot of snow. So, as you can see, it is quite a bit of snow. In fact, it is freezing outside. Ugh. This is the first time I've been outside this morning. It's 3 degrees right now. My beard's all crazy. Oh my gosh, it is so cold. So, anyways, I'm gonna go back inside, grab my shovel, and start shoveling out my house, our neighbor's house. Oh my gosh, it's cold. I'm gonna have to put on my face part, and it's gonna be really hard with this beard.
The next day.
Hey y'all, so it is Tuesday, Fat Tuesday, February the 16th. I had to look at my watch because I couldn't remember the exact date. You can hear my kids. So, quick life update. I mentioned all the snow from yesterday. I shoveled our driveway, our neighbor's driveway, sidewalks, all that good stuff, and so my back is paying the price today. But I'm not over yet because we've got another snowstorm coming in later this afternoon. So now I'm going to go put tarps on our driveway. On top of that, thankfully, you may have just heard my fridge kick on for all day yesterday. Our electricity was out. It went off at like 7:30 in the morning. It didn't come on until a little after 9 p.m. Thanks be to God, it's still on since then. The only last big thing is we don't have any running water. The local cities, the treatment plant, the pumps froze up, so they're trying to thaw those out. And on top of that, we're on a boil water treatment, but we can't get any water anyway, so it's kind of a moot point. But once we do get water, we'll have to boil it and blah blah blah. But I haven't had a shower. I'm feeling kind of gross. So just offering that up for Fat Tuesday as we enter into Ash Wednesday. And I'll explain more tomorrow. So quick update. I decided because that snowstorm's coming again here in a little while, probably another several hours, but just to be prepared, I decided to put down some tarp over my driveway so that way when the driveway gets snowed and they say possibly ice, hopefully it will land on the tarp so that way tomorrow I don't have to shovel as much. All I have to do is just pick up the tarp, put it onto the yard, and we'll be good to go. So anyways, I'm gonna go back inside. It's cold. Also, I forgot to mention, because we have no water and we don't know when it's coming back, could be days, have no idea yet. So I just, again, being preemptive and just try to think, what can I do? I went and grabbed a couple of my big orange buckets right there and then dug up a bunch of snow and put it in my tub. So hopefully when it melts, we'll have some water to clean or use for the toilet to flush. And yeah, hopefully that'll work for the time being. And fingers crossed, though, they'll get the water turned on, and even better would be hot water. But no, not to worry. We still got plenty of. I've got a whole case, a bunch of bottles of water, some Topo Chico, and some other drinkable water for the time being, at least for the next couple of days. After that, well, we'll figure it out.
The next day.
Today is Ash Wednesday. The time that I'm recording this probably won't get out till either really late tonight, Ash Wednesday, or more than likely tomorrow. So it's been a whirlwind of a week. It's only half a week, but between the electricity going out for a whole day, water going out that same day, we just got back our water late last night, around 1:15 a.m. And now we're on a boil mandatory because the treatment plant got frozen, and so they can't trust the water coming out of the faucets. So they told us to boil anything that we're going to drink or use to wash our faces or whatever. So that's been fun. Not able to go to mass because we had a couple inches of snow. Thankfully, it wasn't as bad as they said it was going to be, but it's bad enough to where I couldn't get out of our house. The tarps worked So that was good. Just had to toss the snow into my yard. Saved me like an hour's worth of work of trying to shovel it all away. So that was great. Um, but yeah, other than that, just been really hanging out with the family, been able to do homeschooling with the kids, which has been awesome. And being with my wife isn't half bad either. And they just told us, work told me that we'll be off through the rest of the week. So I'll have tomorrow and Friday to work from home as well. So that's pretty nice. I wanted to conclude this video with talking a little bit about what I'm doing for Lent this year, and leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what y'all are doing for Lent. But for me, I took the 40 days and just prayed on that and mulled over it and decided I wanted to do something physical and spiritual. So I have, well, just to be completely honest with y'all, over the last 2 years, I've really let myself go physically. I used to run marathons and everything else, and I'm not saying I want to get back to that. Maybe I will. Who knows? But physically, though, I've kind of gained some weight. I kept the weight off. I had lost like 80 pounds about over a decade ago and had kept it off for about a decade. And then over the last 2 years, just stop. I just lost discipline really, and just kind of was getting lazy. And I just started putting on the weight, and I'm like, no, 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 we're not doing this. So for Lent, I'm giving up fast food, sodas, anything that's just not good for me. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna have like a cookie every once in a while for dessert, or if for work, if I have to go out to eat, I'm gonna go out to eat at a restaurant. I'm gonna choose the best of the worst, if that makes sense. If I can have a salad, I'll eat a salad. If I can find something healthy, I'm gonna try and choose those things to be more disciplined. But I don't want to just be a diet fad for Lent. That's not the point of Lent, right? The point of Lent is to remind us that, our souls are meant for heaven, that we are meant to be drawn into the desert with Christ to fast and pray for conversion of our sins and of the things that have led us astray, just like how my eating habits have led me astray. So for my spiritual side, I want to do 40 minutes a day of some type of spirituality, whether that's praying for the Blessed Sacrament, spiritual reading, praying the Rosary, Divine Mercy Chaplet, just contemplative prayer, Lectio Divina, any types of works of mercy, spiritual works of mercy, corporal works of mercy, any of those things. But and it doesn't have to be the full 40-minute segments. I can break it up throughout the day if I need to. Same thing with my physical. I'm gonna, eat better, but I also wanted to do, challenge myself to do like 40 push-ups a day, or 40 squats a day, or 40 crunches a day, something like that. Like kind of have that theme of 40. But getting back to the spiritual side, like today for my 40 minutes for Ash Wednesday, I did a decade of the Rosary. We went to Mass via television for Ash Wednesday, since, like I said, I couldn't get out. But I also did some corporal works of mercy by shoveling my neighbor's driveway, her snowed-in driveway. So shoveled that as a corporal work of mercy. So yeah, just different things like that. I want to be able to take care of my physical needs, my body, and making sure that's in tip-top shape and it's disciplined. But more importantly, my spiritual side, making my soul is disciplined, making sure that I am keeping in tune with what God really wants for me, which is my soul, and to be with him for all eternity in heaven. That will do it for this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. And again, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what y'all are doing for Lent. I'm going to spend the next couple days with my kiddos and the family. And yeah, I'll probably put out a video here in a couple of weeks, just kind of give you a little progress report of how things are going with me and life in general, and also our Lenten journey together. I hope y'all will join me and pray for each other. Know that I'm praying for you. And until the next one.